Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Meet Praneeth. Today I'm not very happy making this video. To be true, I'm very sad making this video because the H-1B 2024 lottery results are out and USCIS suspects there is a huge fraud in the process. The reason of sadness is applicants who genuinely filed for the lottery, their chances would have been decreased because people did fraud. Multiple people filed for multiple registrations to increase their chances. However, law says that you can file multiple applications if you have multiple job offers. But USCIS suspects that there are cases where people do not have any job offer, but they just filed multiple registrations so that their chances can be increased. Well, people who did the fraud, they should be punished. They should be caught. But I feel sad for the people who genuinely are seeking a job offer, trying their best, trying their level best in the circumstances when there are so many layoffs. More than 100,000 people have been laid off till now. And people are trying, they're trying their level best. They might be not sleeping, they're trying for each and every offer that can come across, each and every job application they can come across. And they genuinely are putting the midnight oil. But what happens at the end is when they reach an offer and the company says, yes, you are the person who will be working for us. And then they start to file their registration for the H-1B. They just don't get selected because their chances have been decreased by other people. Some reports even say that there are more than 90,000 people filing multiple registrations. And just to give an overview of the numbers, if I show the table on the screen, you can see that in 2021, 274,237 applications were registered. 2022, 308,000 were registered. 2023, 483,000 were registered. And 2024, 780,000 were registered, even more than the number filed in almost 2 times the number filed in 2023. And that itself tells that there is something wrong. Why the number is suddenly jumped so much? It jumped a bit in 2023, but this is a lot. Then after that, you can see the eligible registrations column, which shows that in 2021, out of 274,000, 269,000 were selected as eligible registrations. In 2022, that moved to 301,000, 2023, 474, and in 2024, 758,000. Now, out of these, it also mentions a number where it sees only one beneficiary filed by one company, right? And those numbers, if you look at them, those remains around maximum percentage. If I have to just calculate, like 241 out of 269, it's around 80%. And if I just do a calculation really quickly to be very sure, if I do 241 divided by 269, that comes to 89%, roughly 90%. And that kind of holds true for 2021, goes down a bit in 2022, further goes down in 2023, but this time it's less than 50%. Yeah, it's less than 50%. That means more than 50% applications have multiple registrations. And if you look at the numbers, you'll be surprised. In 2021, it was 28,125. In 2022, it was 90,000. In 2023, it was 165,000. And this year, 2024, 408,891 applications where you have multiple registrations. Now, you will also see that there's an eligible written in front of the column. That means these applications will be processed, and if they were found legitimate and they have all the information, all the fees has been given at the end, then they will be approved. The problem is the whole initial system where multiple people filed, they might have been filing multiple applications. Some might be legally doing it, some might be illegally doing it. That USCIS only can investigate, the government body can investigate. We can just read the reports that come out. But it seems that their chances have been increased, and the people who are generally was trying to get a lottery and trying to get a stable visa, work for this country, make their family, earn for their family, lost their chance. If I look at the last column, which is selections, if you see, like for 2021, 124,000 were selected for the first round of lottery. After the first round of lottery, 131 in the second in 2022, 127 in 2023, and this year 110. This itself tells us that USCIS also suspects that there is some kind of fraud, and this number also tells us that there could be probably some more chance of a second lottery. But before that, understanding these fraudulent applications and removing them from the system is important. And I would encourage you to see videos by law offices like Reddy and Newman PC. I will put that link in the description. A very great video by both Rahul Reddy and Emily talking about this whole registration process, how the fraud happens, why there is a loophole, and how loophole is different from fraud, and all the other information. And I'll suggest you to go watch that video. That is really, really nice video answering a lot of your questions straight up. Now, coming to USCIS statement, right? So USCIS says that when you file or when you register, right? When you register for a beneficiary, like let's say I'm company A and there is a company B, there's company C, and I want 10 of my people to get an H-1B this year. So what I will do is I'll go and register myself, and then I'll register my beneficiaries, that would be employees, and I'll tell USCIS that these are the people who have job offers from myself, from the company, and they should be given or chosen for the lottery. But assume myself, I'm company A, company B is my sister, C is another sister, D is another sister, and we just have multiple beneficiaries for different companies filing for the same beneficiaries. Earlier, like if I was genuine, company A, B, C is different. They have different employees are going for their H-1B registrations. But if we are sister companies and we want to do something which is not legal, we want to increase the chances of the people who are with us, we will file applications for the same people from different companies. And that would increase their chances. Now, if all of those people have job offers from all these companies, then probably that's correct. But if they do not have job offers, then that is not legit. That is fraud. Now, if you look at these statements, and this is something that USCIS has put forward, and we should also read this, and I'll put this, it will be coming on your screen. It says then when you register, there are three things that USCIS looks for. All the information contained in the registration submission is complete, true, and correct. That you have to basically, under the perjury, you have to sign, you have to attest to these three things. The second is the registrations reflect a legitimate job offer, that this person for whom you are registering and asking USCIS to run a lottery has a legitimate job offer. The third is the registrant or the organization on whose behalf the registrations is being submitted has not worked with or agreed to work with any other registrant, or let's say any other agent. They're basically to reduce the chances of foul play. Now, if USCIS finds that these application registrations were not correct, they were not true, or they didn't have any legitimate job offer, they will go ahead and revoke the petition or the cap lottery that has been associated to that person. Now, sometimes you have seen, and I again cite the Reddy and Newman PC's video, where they have clearly shown that people got approved and then their H-1B was revoked when USCIS found out that this person had multiple registrations, out of which were some fraudulent. But what happens is it's too late. Like, people who have already missed their chances are not getting their chances back. So what USCIS can do in this situation to improve the chances of people who are really genuinely looking forward to an H-1B lottery. And that is something that I want to appeal, that we should basically write to USCIS, or maybe ask our attorneys, or go to attorneys like Reddy and Newman PC who are doing this incredible job, or other attorneys like Murthy Law Firm. Like, there are so many people who are writing about this. they should write to the government that please do something which can help genuine people get a genuine chance in the lottery. And one thing that really kind of raises the hope is, again, it will be coming on your screen in bold. USCIS mentions it on their website that based on evidence from the FY 2023 and FY 2024 H-1B cap seasons, USCIS has already undertaken extensive fraud investigations, denied and revoked petitions accordingly, and it's in the process of initiating law enforcement referrals for criminal prosecution. What it means is that if USCIS finds out that I am the person who has done a fraudulent filing, and I will, as I've done this for multiple registrations, right? Then I will be referred to a law enforcement for criminal prosecution. Now here, there are two ways to look at this. Let's say I am an employee and I want to have higher chances, and I basically do a fraud by going to multiple companies, asking them to file my job H-1B lottery registration without having a job offer. Then I am the fraudulent person. But let's say the company does that. Let's say they say, okay, we'll have multiple companies, we'll file the same registration for you from multiple companies without having any job offer. Then the company is also responsible. And I hope USCIS takes action against people who have done fraud, whether it's an employee or an employer, and hope that the people like us and attorneys who are really disturbed by this fraudulent activities, because they take so much time to file your petition, they take so much time to register, to make sure everything is in right columns, everything is right information, and there is nothing wrong, because they don't want your application to be rejected, come across with results where their selections are not being made, but because your selections chances are reduced by people doing fraudulent activities. So I would say that the government should definitely look into this. USCIS should look into this. I know they're already carrying out investigations. They're trying to find out who are people who are doing this, who are the companies who are doing this, who are the employees who are doing this, and take actions against them. And it is necessary. It has now become necessary because H-1B is sought after, is the most sought after visa within the United States. There are companies who look to hire people on H-1B because they couldn't find talent inside the country. And that's why it's called specialty occupation visa. And if genuine people will not get chance, it's not only hurting the economy, it's also hurting the companies who are genuinely looking for people to work on H-1B. So yeah, this was the video. I know all the articles are out there. I will put some links in the description. I'll put the link of Reddy and Newman PC video, other videos that I thought were really good. And really sad making this video because I can understand the pain that people like us who have gone through this extensive journey where we started on F1 visa, we came as a student, then we got CPT to work as an intern, then after the CPT we got an OPT to start working for a full-time employer, and after OPT, then if we have from STEM, we get an OPT extension, then we get filed our H-1B. If we get selected in the lottery, we do work on the H-1B for 6 years and then wait for ourselves in EB2, EB3 or EB1 lines to get a green card. So it's an extensive process. It's not easy. It takes a lot of toll on each one of us. And that's why it's very important for the government now to realize this and to take action, strict action against people who are doing these frauds, and make sure that all the loopholes are covered. If there are any loopholes which people are trying to use or abuse, the government should be taking action against that loopholes. And I think there were some really great suggestions raised by the Reddy and Newman PC video, where they said that increasing the filing fees, the registration fees, that would help. Because if you have a very low fees, a lot of people can just quickly pay the fees and get registered. But if you have a high fees and you take all the written paperwork, then that might also curb these fraudulent activities. Anyways, this was it. I'll put all the links in the description. Do go and watch those videos. I hope you learn from them. And if you have been affected by this fraudulent system or the lottery, then please please don't be hard on yourself. It's not your mistake. You are genuinely trying to do something which is genuine and legal, but because the activity of other people, you're getting affected, and there is no fault of yours. And I think USCIS is taking some strict actions and will be taking some strict actions so that people who are genuine get another chance, probably in a second lottery. And with that, I'll close today's session. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. And yeah, this is what we have to do. We have to speak up. We have to make these videos. We have to try to reach to the government. We have to try to reach out to attorneys who can basically go and request the government to take action. And with that, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you in the next video very, very soon.